today I'm doing a full review of Outschool. I can't believe I've never made a video for you on this online program, especially because it is such a great resource for homeschoolers. But today I am going to walk you through the whole program and show you everything you ever wanted to know about Outschool. So let's get started. First, let's just go over the basics. Outschool is an online learning marketplace for kids ages 1 through 18. The idea is that independent teachers create and list their own classes, and then families browse and enroll in whatever fits their child's needs and interests. Outschool is not a structured curriculum that you follow start to finish. Think of it more as a place to supplement your homeschool with individual classes taught by real teachers who specialize in specific subjects. You can use it to fill gaps, go deeper on something your child loves, or find instruction on subjects that are harder to cover on your own. Most of the classes are taught live over video, although Outschool does offer some self-paced options for families who need more flexibility. There are thousands of classes to choose from, so whatever type of class you're looking for, there's a really good chance that you're going to find it on Outschool. Outschool organizes classes into 6 categories. Core academics covers math, English, science, and social studies, including a complete pre-K through 12th grade curriculum. Electives includes things like art, music, coding, and world languages. Just for fun is more interest-based and hobby-driven classes. Tutoring is listed separately and is where you find one-on-one personalized instruction and private lessons. Self-paced classes uses pre-recorded lessons your child works through on their own schedule with teacher feedback through the platform. And then there is summer enrichment, which is a seasonal category for camps and summer-focused classes. Within those categories, the class formats vary. There are short 2 to 7 week courses, one-time workshops, and ongoing weekly classes, depending on what you need. They also offer full homeschool courses, so if you're looking to cover a core subject for the entire school year with a structured curriculum and a dedicated teacher, that option is available here as well. Outschool has 2 ways to pay for classes. You can pay as you go, meaning you pay for each class individually at the price the teacher has set. There is no subscription required to do this. You just find a class, enroll, and pay at checkout. With this option, you will pay a marketplace fee per class. But it's nice for families who just want to enroll in one course and pay per class. The second option is a membership. With a membership, you pay a monthly fee and then receive credits that you use towards class enrollments. Each credit is worth 50 cents towards classes, and unused credits roll over from month to month as long as your membership stays active. And credits are shared across all learners on your account. So if you have multiple kids, that is just one balance to manage for everyone. There are several different levels of membership based on how many credits you want to have per month. And the more you buy, the more free credits will be included in the membership. With a membership, the marketplace fee is also waived, and you get access to a bunch of free self-paced courses. If you're not sure whether a membership makes sense for your family, Outschool has a great free trial offer. On the 80 credit plan, you can try it for free for 30 days and get 80 free credits to use to try out classes. Just use the code MEMBER40 at checkout. That gives you a low-pressure way to test out the credit system and see how it works for your family before committing. The membership is for families who are using Outschool consistently for multiple classes or multiple students. The more classes you take, the more you tend to save versus paying individually. However, if you are just trying out 1 or 2 classes, the pay-as-you-go option probably makes more sense. It's also worth mentioning that some families use education savings accounts or state scholarship funds to pay for Outschool classes. If that applies to you, Outschool has a process for using program-funded credits, and you can indicate that when you sign up. Before we get into searching for classes, I want to touch on a couple more things that often come up when people are new to Outschool. One thing that is important to most parents is safety. All teachers on Outschool go through an annual background check. They also complete an identity verification process so Outschool can confirm that they are who they say they are. For live classes, your child will be asked by the teacher to show their video at least once so that the teacher can verify who they're meeting with. Keeping the camera on for the rest of the class is optional. As far as how the classes run, live classes happen over Zoom. But it is built right into the Outschool platform, so you don't have to deal with separate meeting links or accounts. Your child just needs a device with a webcam, a microphone, and a decent internet connection. And self-paced classes don't require any of that since there is no live component. And one more thing parents often ask about. If your plans change after you enroll in a class, Outschool does have a cancellation and refund policy. If you need to cancel a class, you generally have 24 hours after enrolling to get your credits back. Outschool has the full cancellation policy details in their help center if you want to read through it. So now, why don't we take a look at how you would search for a class on Outschool? I have been looking into several different types of classes for my kids for the fall, so let me show you what I've found. First, I really think my 6-year-old twins could benefit from being part of an early reading class. So I just typed in reading into the search bar, and then I chose my child's age. Now you can see there are all types of classes, including one-on-one tutoring, but I'm looking for a small group class. So I'm going to filter just for small groups of 2 to 8 students. And you can see there are a bunch of other filters you can use here if you want. And I want to make sure it's going to fit our schedule. So I'm looking for something on the weekdays, excluding Wednesdays. And I would prefer a morning class. And lastly, I'm looking for the fall, so I'm going to choose fall here under the date dropdown. Okay, so here's what I have to choose from. So for each class, you will see the title of the class, a short description, the class type, the age range, the length and duration of the class, the cost per class, and the next scheduled session. If you have created a free account, then you can click to favorite any classes you may be interested in, so it's easy to find them again later. And then once you see something you like, you can click to open it up. This class seems like what I'm looking for. Up top here, you can see an overview of the class, including a description, as well as details about any external resources that may be needed. Below that, you will see all the available times for the class. And below that is the teacher's information. You can see their overall rating, their teacher bio, and reviews for the class, as well as reviews for the teacher. You can also watch a teacher video to see if the teacher seems like the right fit for your child. And if you want to see more, you can click on the teacher and scroll down to see their calendar with all the classes they teach. And at the bottom here is a list of all the classes that are taught by this teacher. Back on the class screen, if you decide that this is something you want to enroll your child in, you just pick your start date to sign up. For my older daughter, I have been looking into Japanese lessons for the fall, but we did go over that in a recent video on my channel. I found some really great options to choose from, but let's look for something different this time. My mother has been offering to pay for singing lessons since my daughter is very interested in singing. So let me see if that is something that we can find on Outschool. So I typed in singing. And this time, since I'm logged in, I don't need to pick the age range. I just pick which student I'm searching for, and it will show me classes that are in her age range. And I'm also not ready to start this until the fall, so I'm going to pick fall under the date dropdown so that I make sure these are classes that are going to be available in September. If you're like me and starting to plan out your fall schedule now, this is a great time to get on Outschool and start registering for fall classes. Some of these do fill up fast, so it's great that you can set your start date for the future and save your spot. Singing is something I know my daughter would not want to do in a group setting, so let me also set the search to just one-on-one classes. So you can see I have a lot of choices here. Some of these are a little more expensive, but we pay $47 a week for 30 minutes of private piano lessons, so the price makes sense to me for private music lessons. The less expensive ones here are actually for pre-recorded video lessons, but I want live meetings. I forgot to filter for that, so let me add that in. But actually, it's pretty cool that you can find self-paced lessons as well, and the prices for those are very reasonable. That might actually be a good option, especially to start off, where it might be a little awkward singing in front of a live teacher for the first time. Okay, so now, here's what I actually have to choose from for one-on-one lessons. For me, a lot of how I would choose would be by the teacher rating and seeing how many reviews they have. So I like that they show that here on the main screen because it makes my search easier. And then once I see something I like, I would just click on it to learn more. And if I decide I want to book the lessons, then I would click to see the available times. Then, if I find a time I like and choose my start date, I can see the entire schedule laid out. And I'm only going to have to pay weekly, which is really nice. Okay, so that is how you search for and sign up for lessons on Outschool. It's pretty simple. And then everything is going to be in your profile so you can see which teachers and classes you're registered with and anything you have favorited to go back to look at later. If you have a membership, then you can see how many credits you have available up top here. If you signed up for a membership, you can also get access to a bunch of free self-paced classes. You can find those by going to self-paced and then member library. You can sign up for as many of these as you like and just have your child do them at their own pace. So that's definitely a neat extra feature of the membership. When your child is ready to learn on Outschool, there is actually a child dashboard that you can get to up here. So this is where they can go to find their classes, see their schedule, and view their calendar of upcoming classes. They can also play some games, search for classes and groups they might be interested in, and view their favorites. If you need to withdraw from a class, it's super easy. Just go to the main page where you see your child's schedule and click on the Manage button. You can also see a list of the classes your child has completed and classes you are on the wait list for, and classes you have canceled here. And if you want to change your membership plan or view your transactions, you can do that here. So hopefully this video helped you understand the whole Outschool platform and how everything works. It's probably one of the best online resources for homeschoolers out there. I know so many families that use Outschool as part of their homeschool, and I can definitely see why. But even if you aren't homeschooling, this can be a great resource to find a tutor for a subject that your child is struggling with, or a teacher for a course that isn't taught in school. It's also a great place to find group classes for special interest topics like art or Minecraft or coding. And of course, they offer tons of options for summer classes. So there's definitely something for everyone. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching.